Jordan Petrovic, Jordan Petrovic from the Town of Golden joining me this morning. Thanks a lot for coming in. You guys had town council meeting last night.
You betcha. It was a busy council meeting last night, and I got some updates for you.
Okay.
What happened at the meeting?
Well, let's start with who was in for a delegation.
We had a delegation last night from Deborah Austin from Interior Health. She came in and did some updates on what's happening here in Golden on the health side of things, comparisons on the BC side of things, and provided some information for council.
And so why was that done? Just for curiosity's sake.
Out of some resolutions out of the Union of BC municipalities, there was some interest to bring the group in and just start to bridge that gap with communication and find out what's happening on the health side of things in our community.
Cool. On to correspondence though. What are some of the details of the reports from the manager of rec services?
That's me.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, I had a busy night last night in terms of reports. We gave the updates on some of our winter programming. So we talked a little bit about people who've been tending, stats, that kind of stuff. We also did a more lengthy report on the pool, and we gave out some of the statistics and findings that we had through our research and attendance tracking efforts this past summer. Great year at the pool. We were up about 2,300 visitors.
Wow.
Yeah, which was really good. About 7,900 visitors through the facility over the course of the summer. So some positive growth there, which was
That's
really
a great thing for the pool. I mean, you did a lot of work with the pool this summer,
yeah.
so good. Kudos, I should
Thank
say.
you very much.
Moving on, they did a summer kicks review as well.
Yeah, another memo just covering the Summer Kicks concert program and just recapped what was hosted by Kicking Horse Culture in Spirit Square this past summer.
Wow, it sounds like council's been doing a lot of meetings lately.
Definitely been busy on the meetings side of things. Council's definitely full-blown into the budget process right now, and over the past couple of weeks, council actually was in over 15 hours of meetings going through the budget process. So,
15 hours.
15 hours.
That's more work than I do in a week. So what are some of the preliminary action items coming out of the budget meetings then?
Well, at this point right now, council's definitely giving staff the direction that they want to minimize tax increases going into 2014. And in order to do that, there's a couple different programs and stuff that have been discussed and some changes that have been made.
So, since you guys are trying to minimize tax in 2014, what are you guys doing to...
Right now, some of the big things council are looking at is the grant and aid program. They're looking at rescinding the structure of that program, keeping the bursary aspect of the program, but the grant and aids that are given out to different non-for-profits, they're looking at minimizing that.
Okay, so, and it sounds like there's some interesting motions regarding some existing assets.
Yes, so a couple different buildings that have been discussed as well. The College of the Rockies house located over by the campground right now. Staff have been directed to start discussing with the college to potentially have the college take over the ownership of that facility. And the other building that's been discussed as well is the Wixon House, which is located over by the old police station. And council's looking at potentially entering into negotiations to give that property back to the estate rather than having the town own and maintain that building.
So there's just not enough money available to maintain it.
That would include a tax increase in order to keep that building up to the level that it needs to be kept up to. So this conversation is definitely a tricky one from the political side of things, and there'll be more details forthcoming.
Absolutely. And so there were some staff reports.
Yeah, lots of staff reports on the go last night.
Always.
Yeah, a couple development various permits were presented by the planning department. The first being the True Value and Old Fields location. That building is looking at being subdivided, so an existing business in town can purchase and move into the Old Fields location.
Right, because Fields has been out of business. Well, they left almost 2 months ago now.
They've been out for a little while, and the process is looking at, there's one owner for that building right now, and they're looking at subdividing that building so that they can
have multiple owners.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well that's a good thing. Moving on, I guess, this is an interesting thing. Looks as there's a significant report as part of the new Build Canada Fund granting process.
Yeah, so with the new Build Canada Fund coming, these are the projects that are geared towards water, sewer, and road infrastructure. There's lots of different options on how we can go after those granting opportunities. One of those options is to look at having the authorization, the ability for our town to go after loans for funding a portion of these projects. At this point in time, council granted staff to start drafting a loan authorization bylaw that will give us the ability to go after loans if we need them. So it's not saying that we're going to go out and get a bunch of money via the loaning channels, but if we need that to
Right.
leverage all the projects that want to be
It'd
done.
be nice to have another tool in the box, per se.
Exactly.
That's the best way to put
exactly
it. Well, I am in favor, sir.
Excellent.
And yeah, arena capital planning, finally.
Yes, quick report that went to council for the next 5 years of improvements at the arena, and that report goes through council, then is approved by the Columbia-Shuswap Regional District Board before we start making improvements in 2014.
Wow. Well, thanks a lot for coming in, Jordan. 2.5-hour meeting covered in about 3 minutes. That's impressive.
Yeah.
There's an event happening, though, on the 18th at the Civic Center. You want
Yes.
to tell me about that?
Yes, the mayor is hosting a Christmas holiday mingle at the Civic Center, so come on down.
I will be there if the mayor sings.
It's we'll have to work on that one with her, but this is a chance for the public to come in, mingle with members of council, some of the management staff from town will be there as well, and find out more about our budget process and as well as some of the projects coming up in 2014.
Cool. Thanks a lot for coming in, Jordan.
Thanks.